stage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and very much putting out our house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. They'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Geno. Got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Geno down to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Oh, battle at the line and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Charles, there's something special about those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so. And I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They snap it to Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football. And not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and you play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And taken right on the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Chiefs hit 10 and 4 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. from the 29. Smith. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. George Karlaftis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
After what he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
3rd and long, it's Smith. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. McIntosh. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. McIntosh. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. Myers' kick is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the boots right now, the scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is...
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 2.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the red zone now, Smith.
He'll spot Eskridge open left side.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Myers' kick is good, and they jump out in front here. It's 11-10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Got his man complete. Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st down, Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Edwards-Helaire is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is a big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 30 on 2nd down, Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Now a handoff up the middle. McIntosh. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 50, it's Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got the connection to Moore. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level and make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ready. Left 19.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Geno now to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. McIntosh. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now Geno on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Straight ahead, Walker trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run again with Walker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The middle they go. McIntosh. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there. Hold them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
They'll try again. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. Finding space at the 40. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 20. Touchdown. Travis Kelsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. On 2nd and 7, Smith.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Geno. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed the intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Chiefs, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a loss that